Hi folks, Lou here, and I'm going to talk about scoring in games and specifically about errors in scoring because, of course, they happen and I suspect they happen more often than we think. Now, what brought this to mind was the WBC tournament for Britannia, which I've attended for many years. Britannia, of course, is a game I designed. And one year I decided, or I had some old score sheets that I wanted to do some statistical thing with. And as I worked with the score sheets, I saw that there were quite a few arithmetic errors. Of course, I can't detect an error where somebody's counted points up wrong, but I can detect where they add the points up wrong. And it turned out to be quite common, so that now every year I offer to check the scoring as the game goes along and after it's over. And despite telling people that they need to pay attention to the scoring, we still find significant errors up to and including changing who won the game, simply because people have not done the arithmetic right. Now, the funny thing about this is we have spreadsheets that'll do this, and the spreadsheets won't make the arithmetic errors, although again, you can still enter the numbers wrong. But the players tend to be older people, and they're not accustomed to having a laptop sitting in front of them all the time, and it's not that easy to plug things in. And so people don't use laptops for the scoring at the WBC tournament. So even though computers are more desirable, that's not what people use. Now, we are writing down scores. We don't use a scoring track. The problem with a scoring track in a 4-hour to 5-hour competitive game is that competitive people are possibly going to knock it over, whether accidentally or otherwise, and mess up the scores. It's better to write them down if we could rely on the arithmetic. So there's a matter of convenience versus robustness, if that's a word. I imagine the same kinds of errors can occur occasionally with any game that uses VP tracks, especially highly competitive and long games, when the track is going to be used for a long time and there are more chances for something to go wrong. So I don't think VP point tracks are a solution unless you have a track where you have pegs, and when you put the scoring marker in, it's not going to be moved unless somebody uses their finger to pick it up and move it to another place. But even then, of course, I've seen people make arithmetic errors on a scoring track. Oh, well, I've got 25 and I scored 13, and they don't put it on 38, they put it somewhere else. Is there a solution to this for game designers? Well, one could be not to use victory points. But aside from that, the pegboard solution for scoring track might be better, but of course it's going to be more expensive. Otherwise, I don't know. It's part of the human condition, I guess you would say. And so it's going to happen. Thanks for listening.